Oh, it's recording now. Okay, here we go. We're recording. Okay, John here. Today is Thursday, 30th of March 2017. I'm just going to give Jim Wikotu a ring. I'll be working a little bit hard today. And the nurse came around and she gave me a tick. Got my pills all sorted. The little box here, there, and the little instructions there, but they're pretty good. The pills are pretty good, and now that I'm getting them in the right place. Jim, new number. I've got to get this right. I've got to get this right. I'll dial his number from my book because I always seem to get what he pays out. I've got the number mixed up. Jim Toopi. Parihaka. Now where are we? Here we go. I'll watch it again. 0, 2, 6, 3, 8362. There goes. All good. Camera going. And stick that over here. Yora, John Wanoa here. Is Jim there, please?
No, he's not at the moment.
Oh dear. Is he going to be home tonight?
Yes, he should be about an hour away.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll call back in about an hour, eh? Or an hour and a half. Alright, alright.
Yep. All good.
Alright.
Hi.
Okay. That's about in an hour's time. What happened there? Yeah. So I'm gearing up today. I've put some more stuff online challenging the titles of the iwi Marae clown. You're on notice. I put a notice on Facebook. That's social media to challenge anyone. My word against yours. This 8-point star and this flag here. You see at the back of me, yeah, and there, you're up against this, okay? It's legal now. We are the legal, legitimate, commercial landowners in this country now, under that flag, over there, right there. I better spread it out a bit. Got one 8-point star on it. So I'll just let you know that Jim and I and Parihaka are putting together the Toi Kairako Tupuna, the chief, and Mount Hikarangi, his home whare, or his place of establishment of his family, his whānau hapu up there, and his 5 kids and his nephew. So we're re-establishing that where the Crown has broken it up. The Crown is mischievous with the Ngāti Pro, Runanga, Iwi Māori, CEO and Chairman Selwyn Parata. This one's for you. You have 21-day notice from the 14th of May, 14th of April next month, till the 28th, from a Friday 14th of April 2017 till Friday the 28th of April 2017 to refute what I'm saying on videos that will be directed to you directly, and others I'm naming as criminal fraudsters. You're all criminal pirates, and this is a pirate's flag given to us, the chiefs, for pirates who break our laws. Okay, we've got our laws in place now with Britain, UK, British Brexit is signed the exit from the EU Parliament, and we're going to join them. Theresa May, to you, take notice that we are your legal partners. We are also your legitimate partners in business with this flag here, as the chiefs of the tribes of New Zealand, Aotea, indigenous native surnames. Okay, the surnames have got to be right. Okay, I'm only just picking the ones who are original to base the fact evidence of original title. Now you'll see online, I'll print these out, the map of the East Coast and the years that are clearly marked on the map as being 1831 in Rangitukia, Tiki area. That's where my maraes are, my own wānoa family's marae is Rahui Marae in Tiki, and Aotere Marae, or it was originally Marangairoa Marae, called Aotere Marae now. That's linked to the Marangairoa land blocks. All the land blocks in the Marangairoa area on the eastern side of Aotere River and the eastern side of Poroporo River down to the Waiapu River. All that side is the Marangairoa land blocks, and our Wānoa family is inside that as being significant on these two maraes where our urupas are mostly Wānoa in them. Okay, that's my own family, and that dates everybody out of the equation in Ngāti Porou as being they are there from 1840. All you people who are in the Crown of New Zealand government and New South Wales government, Vice Admiral law, you are in 1840 on that map, and we are at 1831. Okay, that's a long way ahead of you guys. Right, at least 9 years before you guys came along and settled yourself on our land. I can see who was settled here and there in 1840, 1850, okay, in 1837 in Te Araroa, and 1837 in Tikapa, and 1837 in Hikurangi, that way. So that just tells you Queen Victoria stepped in at that time when King William IV died, 1837. She took over as Queen of Britain, UK, and that's where that 1837 came in. So I'm just saying, you're written right out of the history, straight off from that title there, I'm telling you, on this video. To you, Selwyn Prata, you have no argument because your name is Prata or Pratt. There's nothing in the Prata, and the same with Paroni. There's nothing in the Brown that's stuck to 1831. You weren't around. You only came in 1945. The Maori names came in, and the Maori Land Court. Okay, that's the only time new people came in. The Maori Land Court was set up in 1945 to make the transfer of land over into the Crown side, your side. Now we're transferring them back into our own families. We've missed out on all this time with you people that have taken our land as trustees, pretend landowners. You're not the real landowners. And so I'm going in the Ho-Ho land block, the 7B, B7 Haho land block at Rangitukia to seize it with the chiefs of the tribes that have joined in the native grand jury courts under the King's Bench Court laws of Britain, UK, 1830 to 1837, King William IV, and the laws of King William III from 1650 to 1702, inclusive of the Bank of England he created and also the pound note he created as well. Those are our instruments to debt you with, okay, levy, debtor you with. So that's what I wanted to say with this video. I put the map and the waka, the Nukutere waka belonging to Toi Kairako. We're seizing that waka off you, and we're going to sink it into the ground as a memorial to Toi Kairako. You changed the name of the tupuna to Tini o Toi, and there's no such tupuna of Tini o Toi or tin boat, put it that way, because you've missed out a lot of gaps in your whakapapa Ngāti Pro, mischievous as you are, and you'll be getting the bill. You're getting the bill for all that wrecked Waipu River. It was narrow when you and your lot of thugs, I call you thugs because this flag is for thugs, this flag is for thugs, okay, this is for thugs, to rein you in, that's to haul you up and arrest you, okay, arrest you. I'm just putting the writs of execution on the site today with that flag on the Nukutere waka. We're going to rename that waka, we're going to fix it up and memorialise it as not going to go in the water. It just won't go in the water, and we'll just make something of it to make it look like it's meant to be there for the right reasons, for the right tupuna, not Tini or Toi. And you can't do that on top of that mountain with wakas up there. That's wrong as well. All your dreamed up thoughts are going to come to an end, because it's what's broken up all the hapus in this country. You, your lot, the Crown corporations under Queen Elizabeth II, your Queen is gone. Your Queen has abandoned ship of Admiralty here, and it's gone to the EU Parliament. She's now a threat. You are a threat, Bill English. You are a direct threat to us, and John Key is a threat. He's going to get the bill, well, he's already got the bill, a billion trillion pound note on his head. Okay, that's his bill against him running this country and the banks. So he's liable to all the banks, he's liable to all the politicians here, and liable to all the taxpayers here as well, in both North Island and South Island, Stewart Island, Chatham Islands. Okay, he's liable to the whole lot of you. 970 million trillion pound note, the green one we've got online to see, and there's nothing anybody can do about it, because I'm saying to Theresa May, we're coming to England soon, and we're expecting to salvage all of this debt that we're going to name the people singly, and your responsibility to adhere to our contract with you. We have a contract with the First Lord of the Sea, Sir Philip Jones. It's our legal partner as first and second party. Everyone else under Queen Elizabeth II, Church and State, and the Vatican City, and the Rothschild banks, and the EU Parliament, and also the United Nations, and NATO, and IMF, and the World Bank, are under the levy debtors of that pound note, 970 million trillion pound note, and also your responsibility, Theresa May, as the Prime Minister of Britain, UK, to recover the debts. Okay, that's what I'm saying to you. And one more request is to bring your military to Rangitukia on the land blocks opposite the Haho B7 block and the Waipu River, to occupy the Waipu River for a new British military base for the Air Force and for International Airport there, and also for the Navy ships, British Navy ships, to police the whole Pacific Ocean under our deeds of discovery title, Moai, Crown title. Okay, that's you've got that standing in London. That's our Moai statue. That's my own Wānoa family in Raiatea Island, Tahiti, and also Rapa Nui to Mokonui. Those names are familiar on Google Map. Te Pito at East Cape on our Marangaro land block and Te Pito East Island or Rapa Nui to Mokonui. Those two names go together, and our Wānoa name goes together with that as well. Okay, so I'm saying the original marae, the Rahui marae, simply means the Rahui is a ban on all the seabeds, all the land and its resources. While there's a Rahui on, that name, Rahui Marae, that's where it comes from. We put a ban on you, Bill English, and your government, putting threats in the Kermadec Trench. From what I say on this video, you're forbidden to talk contracts with fracking in the Kermadec Trench with your HAARP machine, HAARP, fracking, oil drilling. You're forbidden to go into that Kermadec Trench off the east coast land on our land blocks, all the way from Te Hapua, Te Hikuata Ika Marae, and the hapus there, Bandi Waitai and Herini Karaka, and they're looking after that end, and in the middle at the Bay of Plenty, Poriki, Toopi Jim Wikotu and his hapu, Kutarere Marae, Native Grand Jury Court. The Marae up north is the Te Hikuata Ika Marae Grand Jury Native Court, King's Bench Court, and you've got the Kutarere Marae Native Grand Jury King's Bench Court in Apotiki, and then you've got the Nukutere Toi Karako Marae Native Grand Jury King's Bench Court in Rangitukia on that land block, Ho B7 or Haho B7 block. And according to Rapataka, Ho is the right name of the land blocks there. Okay, so we're talking all the Marangaro land blocks to the Marangaro Marae. We're going to build another Marangaro Marae on the Haha blocks on top of the hill, and that's for Moai, statue standing in London as our memorial to these lands and to the whole world for that matter. So you have no response coming from you, Victor Goldsmith, on our land block. You've been holding it against me all these years as a trustee there. Your days are numbered. Jim Toopi wants you out off there, and so does Rapata and myself. The original people of this land will be forming together in an alliance of chiefs in the Native Grand Jury Court to expel you from the land and your Runanga Iwi Maori Crown corporations off the land, okay, and change the whakapapa back off your Crown corporations back into the British and the Moai Crown titles of original discovery titles that I've got online. That map you see of the East Cape with all the lines going to the Urupas along the Matakawa Point to Cape Runaway, and including Lawton Point. Those houses be seized at Lawton Point Motel. I've warned you, you're going to have to go and get your money back from the Crown corporations, the thugs, and this here. Okay, this is for thugs to seize everything back off you to pay your bill. You're paying for all the damage you did to injure us as the commercial landowners now, and your trustees are not real landowners. You're only assuming that you own the land. And so we've got our documents going together. I'm putting them together before the 14th and serve them on you on the 14th, before the 14th, for a 21-day notice, and from that notice we'll be going to on the 28th the notice expires. If we have not heard back from you, you have to reply in an affidavit as well as a video like this YouTube video claiming that you have a better title and you have evidence that you are innocent and defending yourself, because if you don't defend yourself you're going to lose outright, absolute lose, and you'll libel everybody around you as well, because that's what Pope Francis said. Motu propria applies to you. He's taken your laws away from you of admiralty and of civil law, canon law, career law and UCC law, and you can't use those against us. You can't use it against us as the commercial landowners of this country and as the original memorial holders of this country under the Marae Crown. And Ngāpuhi have absorbed that, or accepted the Marae Crown is the crown that we're going under, and they're quite welcome because they do affiliate to Marae and the Pacific Islands, the whole of the Pacific Islands for that matter. That Marae is the founding doctrines of discovery title to the whole Pacific Islands, we are its keepers, gatekeepers, and its kaitiaki to look after the whole Pacific, because it's wrecked at the moment with all the American thugs in there, all pirates, Australian thugs as well. You've got them all over there, and you get the bill too. You've been living a luxurious life while we've been suffering at your hands. Now you're going to be at our hands. And the British, what's left over of the Brexit British is England and Wales. Looks like Scotland's going to go with Sturgeon, stupid bitch, and cart you all off into the EU Parliament where all the thugs are. I say thugs, I can say thugs because I'm defending the people who are not thugs. Right? I'm going publicly on Facebook and on YouTube, Twitter and Google with this authority of the 8-point star and the New World Order here of King William III, the creator of the Bank of England and the pound note that we're using as our instrument to debt you with. We don't have to look for money or borrow money, we've already got it right on the land, and any other countries that are going to follow suit as well. I'm going to Canada there to do the same thing there for them and seize their lands back into the people's, king's common people, the same way as we're doing here, and those people in Britain at the same time as well. So be wary. Putting this notice out with a lot more backing than myself. I'm not alone anymore. I have the tribes now that are gathering together, and thank you Willie Pater up in Pangaru, the marae there, Waipuna Marae, for letting me know to come down to Parihaka Marae there with no old chief there, Te Hui Rangi Waikere Puru. I've known him for a long time as a professor, and he supported me all the way through these years. When Mai Manukau was alive, I think he'd be the only last one left. I want to do this honourable job for him and come and put a presentation on for him to put us together in the native grand jury King's Bench Court there, the same as what we did with you, Manahi, Parapara Mohini, up in Te Hapua, and also Bundy Waitai, 2 original surnames, chiefs that I go with, and also with Kingi Taurua at Titi Marae and Waitangi Marae as well. We did the native grand jury court, native court hearings inside both those maraes with Kingi Taurua, and also I must put in a word for Willie Pater and also Hohepa Epiha. It was good of them to attend, and also Paul Tibene, the police constable, iwi liaison officer from Kerikeri police station was there as well to witness that event in the Waitangi Marae, next to the British ship of Admiralty, and the paddock next door, and witnessed that occasion to open that grand jury native King's Bench Court up on the 15th of April 2016 last year. Then we had Marae Rapana from the Waitangi Trust and the Waitangi Marae Committee there as a cultural manager, was there to witness the Waitangi Marae King's Bench Native Court. We transferred the native court from Okiato in Kutarere on Russell on the other side over to the Waitangi Marae. That was on the 10th of March 2016. We had the flag flown upside down with Jim Toopi Wikotu from Hapotiki, Matatua Waka chief, and also commercial landowner. He flew the flag upside down there, and also on the Waitangi Marae itself in the treaty grounds, he flew it upside down there too. Okay, so that just shows you that he does have a lot of mana, and with the police as well in the Potiki. He's more of a liaison chief officer to the police in the gangs in that trouble area of Bay of Plenty. Alright, from his Kutarere Marae native grand jury King's Bench Court in Apotiki on the way to Tanetu. Okay, so that's really what I'm saying here on this video. There's a notice to you, Sawan Parata from Ngāti Piro, iwi Maori, and also to the CEO, the new CEO, I can't think of his name at the moment. It's not Dean Moana, he resigned. He didn't want to get caught up in the scam that's going on inside that runanga, and it is a scam, and so that's good of him to not attend that and take that position up, because he'll be probably needed in this one when we get cracking. And a notice to you, Ming Foon, the Chinese mayor of Gisborne, you'll get a notice from me as well, and also Tumutumu Baidor, or the Maori Trustees Office, changed their name, so you'll get the notice from me as well. And also the Maori Land Court in Gisborne, you'll get a notice from me too of the writ warrant, writ of execution, writ of attachment order, and a writ of entry into the property to seize it. The Haho B7 block at Rangitukia and the Waka as well, we're going to seize that as well. So beware, we have our legal documents in place with our hapu leaders from Ngāpui and Tuhoi, and from the Maniapoto area, and that's including Tainui and Arawa as well, and Hauraki. We have Whakatohea or Pauriki, Tuwe area, and also from Eastgate, Ngāti Pro area as well. So we're inviting people from Ngāi Tahu, and also from Ngāti Kahaunumu. I can't think of anybody there in the sovereign movement that will attend, but however, in the Ngāi Tahu area, I've got the Manukau Land Company title from Scotland to cover all the South Island and the North Island and Chatham Islands on the Moriori title, with Manukau, Te Matu Manukau IV, and all that history to the Scottish Land Company, the Manukau Land Company versus the New Zealand Company in New South Wales. You won't have a show, no show at all against the original title that got you on these lands in the first place from Britain. Okay, we're going to seize the lands with the British title under the British flag, and this flag is legal now to use, and free passage through the well to trade with our projects, the Marae Crown and the Marae tidal energy projects for hydrogen jet fuel and rocket fuel developments that'll go straight out into the world. Once we get onto that land block at the Rangitukia, we'll be seizing that block, the Marae C12 block as well, the Haho B7 block at the Rangitukia, and also the Haha land block that's on our Moai ancestral lands that you have tied up, Victor Cosmos, with your trust are going to get the bill for holding us up. You are threatening our business, our whole business, with your TPPA, your Foreshore Seabed Act 2004, your title systems, your threat of drilling in the sea, your threats of exploiting the fisheries and leaving nothing for the hapu, and your threat of Queen, that's not there, your threat of fracking with the HARP machine and contracting to the American US federal state government with John Key, and he's a threat as well. He's threatened our livelihood here, our financial investment interests against your own private financial investment interests of the iwi, Maori, Crown corporations. All you corporations are a threat to us right now. That's why the writ warrant is there, for threats against our national interests of the people here and the chiefs of the hapu, not Maori. We're taking the word Maori right out. That's yours, Bill English. That's your fraud word. Your fraud iwi word is no longer relevant in our Moai Crown titles to this country and its memorials. You haven't got a memorial to stack up against the Moai statue standing in London, standing in Dunedin, with a head on his head, the Crown itself. That's a superior authority to this country and the world, for that matter. And the Queen has been running her fraudulent business here in Waitangi Marae under the direction of the Governor General, and now Patsy Reedy, Governor General, is liable. She's going to get a letter from me. Bill English gets a letter from me of writ warrant against you as debtors. You're getting the first New Zealand pound note, single pound note, a blue one, 1 billion trillion pound notes shared amongst you lot, out of the 970 million trillion green pound note for the whole rest of the world in 250 countries. We're going to, with this flag. Okay, this flag in the back, you can see here, it's going to start billing you singly. We're going to single you out one at a time, and all the billionaires sitting here hiding away with John Key. John Key, you've also got $1 trillion on your head, personally. And so the British are pulling out of the EU Parliament, Theresa May, to you. You've signed the out clause of the 2-year leave of the EU Parliament. Thank you. That's what I was waiting for. Stay as you are and as our partner, and we'll build this whole world back together as the New World Order, the real New World Order of King William III in Britain, UK, Westminster. Okay, I'm using our authority of this flag, Teresa, for our own financial investment interests that are at stake at the moment, with the Queen being the biggest threat in the world and here in New Zealand as well, to threaten our shores here with her corrupted, fraud, paedophile businesses. That's shutting down with Donald Trump. Do not go near that gold in the Philippines. We've got this green pound note over the top of it as levy debtor. Theresa May, did you hear what I just said? That 1.7 million metric tons of gold sitting in the Philippines, buried, is going to have a writ warrant to seize it. A writ warrant to seize the land, attachment to the land, and also a entry order to go in on the land and seize the whole lot, the country, back into the British, Westminster, and the indigenous people of Philippines. We're taking it off the elite people and capture the gold with it. Okay, that'll go for all the other countries as well with his flag. We have a free passage for all the world in all those countries to seize everything with the sheriff. Okay, so that's what I want to say to you. Beware, buyers beware of land you buy from now on, because if you buy it, you're in trouble with the debt. Okay, those people who just bought that land at Lotton Point, the motel, I believe it's Tatapori Fishing Club, Dean Savage, you've got to go back and get your money back, mate, because that's my tupana's land, and Urupa right underneath that motel is going to get bowled over. It's going to get taken down. I want my Urupa back and you off the land, okay? Don't matter. I got use for that land. I had this planned out for there, and your government and your crony Maryland Court and trustees and all the rest of the thugs have held our business up, the Moai Crown business, and the hapu in this country, the natives, and also the people, the good people of this country, who will be following us out of your jaws of debt. Okay, you can have your debt and more debt on top of it, because we're coming after you with the people. The people will come and find you and seize it all off you. Okay, so that's all. I'm just going to wait for Jim Wikotu to give me a call, or give him a call in Apotiki, just to catch up with him and keep on track, because I've got from up to the 14th to prepare the documents, and I just have to do that now and get on with it. So from me, it's good afternoon and have a nice evening. Bye for now. I got cleared from my nurse today, so sitting good at 136 over 80. It should have gone down to 130 over 80. 136 over 86. So there we go. It'd be good to travel. Bye for now. See you later.